The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are defined by their refinements and represent one of the most compelling Apple releases in years. Different tests were performed to check where the new Apple releases stand. Charging tests. One of the biggest changes to the iPhone 15 series was the inclusion of a USB-C port instead of Lightning. Despite the change, charging speeds are identical to iPhone 14 series models. Several charging tests were run on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, using a 20-watt charger for the first test, and noted how the battery percentage increased after 30 minutes. Both the 15 Pro and Pro Max recharged more of their respective batteries than the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. The iPhone caps its max charge speed to 27 watts, so using a power brick that supports a higher wattage won't make the phone charge any faster. So the same test was run a couple of more times, using MacBook Pro's 140-watt charger. It was run before and after installing iOS 17.0.3, and the charging speeds were identical. That means the software fix doesn't throttle charging speeds. Results. Results were nearly the same as those from 20-watt charging test. Test via MagSafe on both phones show the results were almost exactly the same. The 15 Pro added 22% over a half-hour period, and the 15 Pro Max added 21%. Battery tests. The 15 Pro averages a full day on a single charge, while the 15 Pro Max gets between a day and a half to 2 days. Battery life can vary depending on how you use your phone, so 2 additional battery tests were run. Endurance test. Over the course of 45 minutes, the activities done were played games, watched YouTube videos, made a FaceTime video call, scrolled Instagram and TikTok feeds. Results. Both new Pro models did better than the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, as well as Samsung's Galaxy S23 series. The less battery percentage lost, the better. Second test. Second test involves streaming a video over the course of 3 hours with the battery starting at 100%. Results. The 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max last longer than the Galaxy S23 Ultra did in the same test. The less battery percentage lost, the better. iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max performance tests. The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max have the A17 Pro chip, meaning they can support console video games. Performance was mind-blowing when Resident Evil Village was played on iPhone 15 Pro Max. The only sign that the phone was working hard was that the back of the device felt warm after 30 minutes. Performance benchmark tests. Performance benchmark tests measure how powerful Apple's new A17 Pro chip is. The Geekbench 6 CPU test was run, which measures general performance, and 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme for testing graphics performance. Results. The A17 Pro chip enabled the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max to score higher than any phone ever tested. Graphics. In terms of graphics, the 15 Pro and Pro Max's performance is on par with the Samsung Galaxy S23 series, which runs on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy chip. Final word. All of the 15 Pro and Pro Max's power is kind of overkill.